Though you've been searching for such a long time, searching for hope and some peace of mind, there's a friend who will step in on time. He'll take the pain away. Whew. Pain. Yeah, we all experience pain. Something that we can't run away from. But I can honestly say that if you have a connection with a higher power, the universe, or whatever label you put on that, that pain will go away. We always searching outside for remedies. I'm guilty of that myself, but the real, the real medicine we need is in the inside, and it's with our connection, with this universe. Yeah, we can cry out to friends and family and loved ones, and we can do all type of things to get our mind off of our pain and hurt. Partying, drinking, smoking, sexual activities, all that just cover up. Like we really gotta have a connection, and we don't think it's important because the kind of world we live in, you know, that's about the last thing we think about is a connection. And I'm not talking about like just going to church type of thing or being baptized or taking shahada or kissing the wall or you know uh, going to the temple. It's more than that. That stuff is just the surface. It's deeper, and we don't have that connection. We're so quick to go off on people and tear our houses down, and tear our world down because of our anger and our frustration. But it's something bigger, man. It's life is bigger than all the stuff we bitching about. It is. Life is more than money. It's more than having things. It's more than being known. Life is more than that, and we haven't even lived life because we're so caught up in the idea of we have to have money, we have to have a home, we have to do this, we have to do that, but we neglect, our heart and our soul, man. Like there's life beyond this, but we'll never know it because all we know is this. That's all we want to know. You know, we are a cold, unforgiving people, man, and we always trying to get to the top of the bottom of the mountain. You caught that one? Yeah. We always trying to get to the top of the bottom of the mountain, and we're missing out on so much. On our spiritual side, we have no connection at all. We don't talk to creation. We don't walk in creation. Probably when we get in trouble or something happens, hey, dust the books off and the prayer mats. Here we go. But I'm learning that you have to be in this mode every day. It's a necessity. You know, uh, we take for granted so much our families, our loved ones, our health, our mental sanity. Take that for granted. Because we get caught up in the illusion of what life's supposed to be, and that's what they tell us on TV and music. You know, life's supposed to be this way, and that's what we reach for. We always reach for somebody else's goals in life. That's what we reach for, somebody else's goal. We don't care about, exiting this dimension and going to a higher dimension. You make all the heaven, you know. I call it a dimension. There's another realm, another dimension of this. But we can't come back to this dimension because, it has its purpose. Don't get me wrong. But this is not our home. And I want to go to a higher dimension, especially with the people I love, like my wife, my kids. I want all of us to go to a higher dimension. But we all got to work on it together so we can get there. Because I ain't never coming back to nothing like this. Oh my goodness. Hey, life on this planet is prison times prison itself. It really is. It has its benefits. It has its good side. But, this way of life can never be pleasing to a person who has a deep connection with the universe. Just passing by. What I want to say is, hey, I want to say this, hey, though you've been searching for such a long time, searching for hope and some peace of mind, there's a friend who will step in on time. He'll take the pain away. Yes, that friend is your connection with your higher power, no matter what you call it. You can call it universe, God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Yahweh, Jehovah, whatever you call it, whatever that connection is, you have to have that connection. It's like so important. Like you can't really operate without it because life is so messed up, man. And they got so much pains in life, man. Like I've been through a lot of pain in my life, and all I had to draw back to was meditation, prayers, and I wrote a lot. Writing is my passion. I love to write, and writing really saved me from plummeting to the bottom of the depths of the sea. That's always been my gift since I was a child. I started writing when I was about 7 years old, and the first short story I wrote was called A Wonderful Day. I don't remember it, but I remember the title. It's a long time ago, but that always been my go-to, and I believe I have a connection, not as strong as it could be and it should be, but I'm dedicated now to gradually working on my connection, just so that I could be a better person for myself, for my wife, and my family. And that's a must to be better, man. Like I ain't talking about better in the sense of having money and big houses and multiple cars and all that I want. Cause that's just possessions. I got something I want you to check out. I want you to Google the last 3 wishes of Alexander. Some call him Alexander the Great. If that's what you want to call him, I don't oppose it. But Google the last 3 wishes of Alexander. And I really want you to read it good. Understand it. Break it down. When I read that story, it was very touching to me. I'm not going to tell you the story because I want you to research it and look it up. And just reading that story changed a lot in my life when I read it about 12 years ago. And about 12 years ago, I read that story. And it kind of it shook me up a little bit. Wow. I didn't look at it like this. So that's what I want you to do today. Look up the story of Alexander the Great, his last 3 wishes. It's something that I really want you to look into. Okay, back to what we were talking about. I'm all over the place. Back to what we were talking about. Yeah, man, we all suffer from pain every now and then, but can't hold on to pain. Pain hurts, man. And if you really have a heart and a soul, man, pain really can do some work on you. But you got to be strong in the sense of you can't let pain break you down. Kind of like yesterday when I was talking about fire. You can't let fire consume you. When fire consumes you, it just destroys everything that it touches. Pain can heal. Yeah, it could. Pain can heal you from situations. It really could if you understand pain. There's a blessing in pain too. But I'm all over the place this morning. But I just want to talk. Just talking. So, what I think is that it's time to grow. It's time to put behind all the stuff that held us down. And the sense of depression, stress, resentment, anger, backbiting, slandering, defaming. That maybe we gotta throw all that shit in the trash. I know we go through it sometime, but we gotta put some weight on it because it got us all over the place. We have to be a loving, forgiving people. My grandmother used to say, we should be forgiving people. We should seek the same forgiveness that we want from our higher power. And sometimes we do some crazy off the wall stuff, man. Somebody we know could do some crazy off the wall stuff that we know, and we would never forgive them. We would be hard and cruel and petty. And then when something comes in our life and we seeking for help and guidance from that higher source, we looking for mercy and forgiveness, blessings, prosperity, healing, all that stuff in an instant. But we so cold-hearted to one another. And we all like that. And that's a practice that we have to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need to be like that. Because the universe is forgiving. I'm going to tell you a story. Very short. I'm going to chop it up. There was a man who was a tax collector. And he would come to your home and collect your taxes that you owed the king. And he was a very mean, cruel man. If you didn't have your taxes, he would have the guards with him, and they would beat the living crap out of you, or destroy your home, or hurt you in some type of way to bully you to have this money. And this tax collector was known for not having a heart, not caring about anything but collecting the money for the king that he served. So one day this tax collector went to a family and he knocked on the door. They didn't answer, so the guards kicked it in. He came in and said, "I'm here to collect the king's taxes you owe him." And the guy came out of the back and said, "I don't have it. The money."